Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Hi, everyone. Good morning to you. It is 8 o'clock on the start of a Monday. Welcome to Second Cup. Glad you're with us live from the Nickel Plate. Melly's here.
Hi.
Julie's here. Oh my gosh,
Good
this
morning.
is so cool. We are so glad to be here as we celebrate the holiday season. There is so much to see, so much to collect.
I know. I already
behind
did a little
us.
bit of shopping because I needed a couple more gifts, and I
Oh
know
my
what I'm
God.
getting on the way.
So if you're part of Katie's family, now you know where it's coming from.
Yeah, just stop watching now. I'm just kidding.
What a weekend here when it comes to Buffalo sports. Neither team, actually the Bandits won. Neither team, though, able to pull it off and seal the deal.
Yeah, we're talking about the Bills this morning. Some fourth quarter decisions that we'd love your opinions on. What do you think of the way things went?
When it comes to clock management, I think a lot of people are questioning McDermott's call for that QB sneak in the fourth quarter when
Yeah.
it comes down to literally minutes, not even minutes, seconds
yeah.
left in the game.
Yeah, and it really kind of changed things
Yeah.
there.
You know what else I was wondering about? And I kind of really didn't love this. Like the fact that Tom Brady was the commentator for the game. Like Brady's a really smart guy, but like that guy sucks.
Well, that's just in general.
Right?
he's
Like peanut
interesting-
gallery, right? Am I wrong?
He's interesting to listen to, I think.
He's got a really good perspective.
Of course he does. And that's what everybody does when they kind of retire from sports.
I
And they're
know.
the experts, so.
But he's just like one of those guys who
You have to tune out the fact that it's Tom Brady and
Right.
listen to the man and what he's saying.
he's like the wizard. Like we don't want to see his face because we hate it.
Good morning to everybody who's joining us right now. By the way, everybody say good morning to you guys. Melly and Julie, all the cuppies, say good
Who are
morning.
you? I'm sorry. Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh my gosh. This is so cool.
Thanks for joining.
We love having the
Yeah,
cuppies
this
here.
is so much fun. Okay, so we wanted to talk the Bills, and then we also want to talk about, my favorite story of the morning, holiday gift wrapping and
Yeah.
saving money when it comes to holiday gift wrapping. I will take any tips and tricks.
Okay, so let's talk about the Bills really quick first.
Okay.
Sherry says she was hoping for the greatest comeback. Good try, though. I
Mm.
don't know. Was it a good try, or did it come down to a failed call?
Connie says she thinks they should have gone for 2 points a couple of times.
Yeah, I agree. There are times during the game where you're just like, okay, the back and forth is amazing, but like, let's get something going.
Okay, so Mark says he agrees with you on Brady, but then Danielle follows up and says he was correct though.
Yeah, he was correct. He's
Yeah.
not a dumb guy. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's had a successful career, but it's like that rivalry between the Bills and the Patriots, it just never goes away.
Yeah, and well, Kim says it was a great game. Buffalo showed how good they really are, but the defense,
Yeah,
the defense really struggled.
Did not have a great day.
Both offenses were fantastic. I
Right.
mean, that was a high-scoring game.
The offense, though, like our offense, I wish they had more time on the field. Do you know what I mean? Like they were, I don't know, like they had a good game.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't like the defense, though. The defense just couldn't let anything.
Lori's questioning a couple of the refs' calls, and Connie says a couple of missed calls too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, do you know Peter also? No? Oh, okay. He says if it's the Crystal I'm thinking of, he'll see you at a Christmas party on Friday. No? Oh, this is Crystal with a K, Peter. Sorry.
She will not see you at the holiday party.
But hey, throw her an invite. Maybe she'll come.
Peter says the special team wasn't so special, and that was the difference in this game.
Sarah loved seeing Matt Milano. Who doesn't love seeing Matt Milano?
Melly's
right?
just nodding,
Thank
going,
you.
yes, yes.
You know what's pretty cool too? Micah Hyde coming.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Also equally as handsome. And let's face it, I mean, when you see somebody who wants to be here, who wants to end their career here, that's got to mean something beyond just the fact that, he is just, wrapping things up in his beautiful career. He wants to be here. And I love that.
Mark is saying he thought next week would be a preview of the Super Bowl,
With
but
the
now
Lions?
he's not sure.
Let me just ask this. Did anyone actually think that this was the year that they were going to the Super Bowl?
Who, the Lions?
No, the Bills.
Oh,
I mean, no, right? Seriously? I mean, like,
I think that every year is the year.
well, but they were
frankly.
supposed to be like rebuilding this year.
Mhm,
They
mhm.
weren't supposed to be like, oh my God, they're this good.
Yeah.
But they are this good. So now it was like the Super Bowl hopes are alive.
Marguerite, yes. Worst part of the game is the Chiefs always finding a way to win, and they won again yesterday. Now the only team they've lost to is the Bills,
Right.
but they won again yesterday with a field goal.
This is the Crystal. Hold on. Sorry. Here's Crystal. I love to rap, hate shopping.
Good, because
Girl,
we're going to talk
we're
about
gonna talk about
rapping
that in a
soon.
second.
Yes.
Micah, I know.
And Char says, yeah, every single year is the year that we hope that they're going to the Super Bowl.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish they could, Lynn says, and
Mhm.
Lori, again, by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about the Chiefs, of course. I mean, that was a close
Oh, I
game
know. Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Barbara says every year's our year.
Now, on the other hand, the Sabres are also on a losing streak. They have lost, 6 games in a row at this
Mhm.
point? And now the GM, Kevin Adams, is saying that they are having a hard time. This is kind of what his insinuation was, recruiting top talent because they don't want to come to Buffalo.
So he was saying there are some players that have like a no trade clause to Buffalo. They don't want to come here. And he was saying partly because of the weather, partly because of, he actually said New York State's taxes.
I mean, let's face it, these guys are making millions in some
Yeah.
cases, and then to pay taxes on all of that, I mean, it becomes an issue. And consider like Josh Allen. I mean, like, look, the guy is making almost $240 million, and he's got to pay taxes on all of that. And it's not just like any regular tax. He lives in West Seneca,
Yeah.
so he's paying town taxes. He lives in New York, so he's paying state taxes. And I'm sure that he's, in a different kind of tax bracket than the rest of us on the federal side of things. So he's probably not paying what we're paying, or we're not paying what he's paying in terms of federal government taxes either.
Yeah.
So he's kind of getting it hard.
I don't know. So what do you think that is actually the case when it comes to some, let's say, Sabres players, hockey players? Do you think we're having a hard time recruiting top talent because of where we're located? And then we were also saying, what makes our city so special is the other thing that you kind of have to focus on.
So Jeanette has a question. Curious, before you moved to Buffalo, did you love another football team? The answer is no. Like, I really couldn't care less if the Giants or the Jets were doing well, or if the Washington, what are they now? The Washington Commanders, they were the Redskins. And when I was down in Virginia, they were the Redskins. And, I went to a Redskins game. That was kind of cool. But really, I think there is such a football culture here in Buffalo that you have no choice but to embrace it and really understand why it drives our city.
Well, so, and maybe this is something with what Marguerite's saying. Jim Kelly didn't want to come here. Now he loves him. We love him. Maybe you leverage some of these guys. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they all have like Josh has a great relationship with Jim Kelly.
Right. So maybe you leverage some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
My mom. Jeez, Mom.
I mean, she's not wrong, though.
The Sabres have been so bad for so long. That's why no one wants to come.
That's kind of what they were saying, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what Kevin Adams said in a nutshell.
Right. He was saying basically like the team's responsible too.
Right.
You got to step it up. You got to win some games. You got to get a good reputation because you got to make people want to play for you.
Right. Some clout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Barbara said Western New York after retirement. Okay, I'm in Florida in the trailer. Yeah, I mean, look, that's not to say anything about us. I think it's just a matter of the tax implications on these guys who are making a lot of money, right? Like, they are burdened compared to other professional players who are living in other perhaps less taxed states.
Robin says they come to play, then they stay for the people. So I think that's my idea, is try to leverage the people who, like the athletes, like the Steve Teskers of the world, the Jim Kellys of the world.
Then we're like, please leave by 9.
We don't see as many, I guess. I'm trying to think of some Sabres players who've stuck around here, while they were, and maybe
like, what's Ryan Miller?
Right. Yeah, he's not here, I don't think.
Or how about like Robbie Tic-Tac? He could live anywhere.
Sure.
Therm
But
could
his
live
family's
anywhere.
Right. There's a lot of Bills players that stick around.
Right?
Yeah.
Do they get tax breaks, though? Lynn wants to know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody mentioned the foundations that a lot of these guys have, so I'm sure that a lot of that helps offset things. You'll be shocked to hear neither of us is a CPA.
Or has a foundation.
We'll have to ask our,
Barbara says we need a Jim Schoenfield. Is that how you say his name? And the French Connection.
The French Connection. Mm-hmm.
Thurman is what Lori's saying. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that
Peter says maybe the NHL needs to know about Second Cup to recruit some players to come to Buffalo. There you go.
I mean, what's his name? Thank you, Kyle.
Our friend Kyle, friend of the show.
Well, I mean, like, Kyle lives in Clarence.
Well, he used to. He doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, he moved?
Well, because
They were in Florida.
he was in Florida. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought he was coming back here.
Did he?
I thought he said that he wanted.
Have you talked to Kyle lately?
Yeah.
I have.
Kyle, call us.
Kyle, let us know. I don't know.
I like Kyle.
Oh,
Actually.
everybody. He was like such a nice person every time you met him. Like,
So did I ever
super
tell you
nice
the
guy.
story about Russ's surprise birthday
Yeah.
party?
Yeah, you ran into him at Oliver's.
Okay, so I had a surprise 40th birthday party for Russ at Oliver's.
Mhm.
Really nice restaurant. It was 40th birthday, so I took everyone out to dinner.
Mhm.
Let me tell you, my credit card bill was high, but it was worth it because off in the corner booth, there was Kyle Poso, and I'm like, I'm sweating bullets,
Uh-huh.
trying, to get Russ in without him noticing what's actually going on. Kyle comes up, and I'm like, oh my God, Kyle Poso is here, everyone. Like, Russ, this is Kyle. Kyle, this is Russ.
That's nice.
Right. It was.
And he watched the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But uh-huh.
So I'm like, oh, Kyle, we're just here having a casual dinner. It's
Uh-huh.
Russ's birthday, blah, blah, blah. As I'm like cotton mouthing and foaming and like trying not to freak out. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So lo and behold, he was totally cordial, very cool.
Yeah.
And then we surprised Russ, and he had no idea what was even
Uh-huh.
going on. It was a great day.
Uh-huh. I met Kyle Poso when the Buffalo Marathon was happening.
Oh, that's a great story.
And I walked down from my house because I live not too far away, and I brought the dog, and Paul's with me, and we're going to cheer on the runners. And then, of course, dogs do what dogs do.
Yeah, she's holding a giant bag of poop.
I'm holding what I've got to hold. And here comes
Literally holding bag.
Here comes this guy walking at me, and I'm wow, this guy's really tall. It's the first thing I noticed.
Wow,
and he's got
handsome.
these cute little kids with him, and I'm like, oh my God, look how cute these little kids are. And then it dawns on me, I'm like, oh my God, it's Kyle Poso. I have no makeup on, sweatpants, holding a bag of, and I'm like, it's so nice to meet you.
He's like,
He's like, hi. Could not have been nicer. We're saying hi. My dog is like licking his kid's face. I'm like, oh my God. So Ed meets him at Oliver's. Like, whatever. I meet him with him in different circumstances. Great guy.
Really, though, it doesn't compare to the time that you met Mark Polankars.
No, I met Mark Wilkers a bunch of days. It was a long story. We're not getting into that. We're just having a bad day one day. I guarantee he doesn't remember.
Katie was having a
I was
mentee
so
bee.
sick. I was going into Rite Aid. I don't know. I'm like, hi, Mark. Oh, it was years ago. Thank you for bringing that up.
So good. Connie says taxes are what kills us wanting to stay in Buffalo. Look, it's tough for everyone, right? Barb is wondering, is the nickel plate open? Where's Ty? Nick, do you want to come in and talk? Come on in, Nick.
Yay!
Pull up a chair.
Yeah, let's get a chair right in the middle, maybe.
We'll spread out so that we can bring Nick in. Now, Nick, from what I understand, you don't love the camera, but I'll make this nice and easy for you. Here comes the more handsome of the group between the three of us.
Welcome.
Here is Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Nick, tell us all about the nickel plate. Is it named after you?
No.
The nickel plate. Yeah, he's like, I have a great idea. Yeah.
So the Nickel Plate Railroad is the company that financed the construction of the complex, which opened in 1931. So that's how we settled up.
Okay, so not only do you guys have a restaurant here, you have this really awesome shopping area and so many local vendors. Tell everybody if they've not been here, like you can see the shelves behind us. What are you looking at when you come in here?
So right now, obviously, we have a lot of seasonal stuff because it's the season. But we have everyday products here, local foods, soaps, candles, handmade. We're just trying to support as many local vendors as we can in the area.
How many? Do you have any idea how many you have? Dozens.
Well over 100.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Is this a raffle also behind us?
So this coming Saturday is Pixie Mama's annual Christmas party. So we can start selling tickets for their basket raffle, and then those will be going out on Saturday.
Okay, are you guys animal lovers? You have to be because you've done some other ventures with animals.
Yes, we have adopted 4 total dogs from Pixie Mama's Dog Rescue. They're an amazing organization.
How many dogs do you have right now?
3.
3 dogs.
What kind of dogs?
2 Cocker Spaniels and an English Bulldog.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's the movie? Is it Lady and the Tramp?
Tramp.
A cock and a Spanish girl.
Yeah.
So cute.
That's so nice.
Anita says the nickel plate is awesome. Barbara says, hi, Nick. My puppies love their mugs in Florida.
Bob and Peter have been here before.
Connie's stopping in next week. Howard says the pierogies are awesome.
We have 2 different brands of pierogies back in our freezer that people can get. Again, locally made.
Yeah.
Who makes them? Do you know?
We have Keeping Traditions and Babshka's Pierogies.
Oh, okay,
Ah.
cool. Crystal says first time here, long time listener, first time caller. Love that for you. And then Brittany loves Lady and the Tramp. Now, I did want to highlight one comment in particular because Barb is wondering, is the Nickel Plate open? Do they serve breakfast?
Not yet.
Okay.
Almost. We're trying.
You're getting there.
We're getting there.
Okay, and then the plan is going to be, so right now, what are your hours if people want to come check it out?
So Monday through Saturday, store opens at 10.
Okay.
Kitchen opens at 11.
Okay.
Closes at 7:30, and the store closes at 8.
So you're serving lunch and dinner right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then Sundays is 10 to 5 with kitchen 11 to 4:30.
Oh, that's nice. So you can come brunch.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Sunday brunch.
I love a good brunch. Do you serve bloodies?
We do not.
But look at all this beer.
Beer and wine.
Okay.
Beer and wine.
I like a good glass of wine too.
My husband is a big like beer. He likes different kinds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these. I'm not a huge beer drinker. I'm the wine drinker. Not now. But he loves and I'm looking over here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to bring him here because he
the
loves
IPAs,
the
I
different
see.
kinds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also wanted
versed in beer.
Nick to highlight this comment. Nick is definitely a hottie. So welcome to
Hello.
Second Cup, Nick.
Thank you.
You are getting the full treatment. We're glad that you're with us. Ty is dying
Yes, he
in
is.
the background. I mean, is she wrong? No. How does it feel to be oogled and googled at?
Sure, feels nice.
Nick is just like me. He's getting red. I get the same way. I'm like, I can't do it. He doesn't care about that. I get so nervous and red. Sarah says, I went for lunch and it was great. Also, many good finds in the shopping section.
Yeah.
Sherry says she loves the renovations that you guys have done here.
How long did it take to renovate this building?
About a year to do this space.
And now you guys also
Because this
owned-
is a big space.
well, you owned Mazurik's too.
Yes, we previously owned Mazurik's Bakery, and when we sold that during the pandemic, and then this had been in the wheelhouse for a while, and finally were able to get it off the ground.
What was it that made you want to do a restaurant kind of shopping space?
It started with more of the shopping space, and then when we started talking with the owners of the food terminal, they really wanted a restaurant space and kind of pointed out that there are a lot of businesses around here that employ a lot of people. There's just not a lot of options. And then we're like, well, if we're going to have food, we might as well have a bar.
Yeah.
One goes hand in hand.
Correct. Yes.
Cindy's saying yes. Nick is definitely 100. She's not even just saying 100. She's giving you the 100 emoji.
Lynn had a question.
Oh,
Nick,
sorry. Go
I'll
ahead,
move
Lynn.
it on. Lynn had a question. Do you do banquets at all?
We have done a few small parties.
Okay.
We're absolutely open to talking to people and
They're open to it, Lynn.
discussing their events.
Give them a call.
This is a great space. I
It
mean,
is a
you
cool
walk
space.
in, you feel comfortable, you feel warm and at home.
Yeah.
For our cuppies who are still watching and with us every morning, we appreciate you being here. We've got Julie and Crystal and Melly here in the background as well, and we love them very much. But for those of you who are at home or at work, you can also get a mug here that says Cuppies Love. Julie, bring your mug over here so that we can actually see it. I want to show it off because we didn't bring ours with us.
Here comes Ed just bossing everybody.
I have water in it.
Oh, she's got water.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't dump it.
I will.
Yeah.
I know you like to dump those.
I do like to spill. So we've got these really cool Cuppies Love mugs. And Nick, you're off. Thanks, Julie. You're offering. Julie, you're offering these mugs to the Cuppies for free, which I think is really cool. Tell us what we need to do to come in here and get one of them.
Just come in and say, I'm a cuppy.
See? Thanks. Thanks, Julie.
Okay. So Tracy says.
Puppies love.
Yeah, it says Cuppies Love on it, Julie.
Tracy says she needs a mug. Linda says she had one shipped to her and she loves it.
Because you can use the code SecondCup7, the number 7, and you guys will ship them out.
And Connie uses her mug daily.
Oh, Brittany. Brittany's already starting. Starting early.
Yes.
Location there again at Nickel Plate. Of course, yeah, I would love to come back here. This is super cool.
Anytime.
Tell us what your favorite part about this is. Is there one thing in particular that you love more than anything else?
I just enjoy interacting with customers, especially if it's their first time here.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't necessarily realize how many great local vendors there are, and that supporting them as opposed to bigger stores really does a lot for this community.
I have a question for somebody like you who's been in this business for a while. What's the difference between owning a bakery, which you did, and then kind of expanding to
That's
this?
a great question.
Because this is kind of like another level. Like you're doing a little bit more, I feel like here.
That's more for Ty, but
Ty, do you want to come in too?
Ty!
Okay, so Nick and Ty are the owners here. So tell us about like the different roles here. Like you have a role, Ty has a role.
I have my. Hi, Ty. Okay, so yeah, you want to talk about that first, like what
Like your
you do,
different
and then-
roles.
I tend to stay more on the shopping side and dealing with customers in that regard. He tends to be more on the food service and dealing with the vendors side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All right, so Ty, tell us the difference between having a bakery and then expanding to something like this.
It's totally different. And the nice part about this is we're not making anything.
I just want to make sure that we could see Ty.
Yeah, we're not making the product. We have all the different 100 and some vendors that are making the product. So that's a little bit different. So we're reaching out to them like, you got to make it faster, where people used to be like, you got to make it faster. You got to do this. Well,
Right.
no, because we're not doing it. So it's kind of nice.
Right.
But you are
Except for
making
on the
food
rest-
here, aren't
yeah,
you?
on the
Okay.
restaurant side. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and from what I've heard, by all accounts, the food is delicious. What Aaron was saying that he loved one of the wraps here.
Yeah, my mom came here for lunch with her girlfriend too. They went shopping. Yeah.
This is
She's
what
great.
Tracy says. This is adorable. I love when a business supports other local businesses. So you guys are really doing a great job. And I think it's really incredible to highlight and uplift, sharing everyone else's voices.
One thing I like to add, though, the other part that a lot of people don't know about that we're doing is we work with Buffalo Public School 42, which is an occupational training center. And so we bring in their kids with disabilities. They
Ah.
come here, like they'll be here in about an hour, and they come in and work for about 3 or 4 hours. And we teach them how to work in a kitchen, how to be a cashier,
my
and they do a lot of
gosh.
stuff. So we do a lot of community stuff as well that people don't realize or see.
That's
behind the
really
scenes.
incredible.
It is like that's such an important thing. You guys did that when you had the bakery too, didn't you? If I remember
When
correctly.
we sold it to
Yeah.
the new owners, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they had a whole training program, and we really liked it and learned from them and what to do. And so then we want to take that model and incorporate it into this.
That's great.
How important is it to help these kids really get the training that they need to move on to their future and have a successful life?
The part that was most rewarding was like probably 3 months into the program, we had a student come in and she's like, I can't do anything. This is just not. And we gave her a cake and buttercream. And I said, just do what you want. She made one of the best cakes we probably ever did at the bakery. So it's just providing those students an opportunity and let them be creative and kind of figure out their way in life. And unfortunately, in a very quick way, but this can be their out for them for oftentimes. So
Love that.
It's different when you're in a classroom and you're doing these things, but
Yeah.
once the students get out, and what's nice is their teacher rides the bus with them here to make sure they understand that aspect of it, and then when they get here, they can try different things and kind of they've learned some skills, but now to apply them and see what works for them and what doesn't.
Mhm.
And it's just really kind of rewarding to see them get the confidence that they might be able to do this in the future for themselves.
Huge difference between learning it and then doing it. And
Right.
then they can kind of see, like you're saying, okay, now I've got my hands on the cake and I can see where I really shine. Yeah.
yeah, we have a student right now that's working in the kitchen, and his siblings are all working and have jobs. And so now we have him, and he's in there working by himself doing our kitchen prep for me on Monday morning.
Wow.
I mean, he's absolutely amazing.
Are you hiring right now?
We are hiring.
Okay.
We are hiring for a breakfast cook and then part-time bartender as well.
Oh, Katie, that's a perfect job for you.
Part-time bartender.
While you're home with the baby.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Babies love bars.
Thank you guys for having us. This
Thanks,
is really cool. I
guys.
also want to bring in everyone else who's here
Yeah,
with
come
us.
say hi, Cuppies. Yeah,
Julie,
come say
Crystal,
hi.
Melly, you guys are the lifeblood of the show. And realistically, Sandy wondering, where are we located? This is 1500 Clinton. It's behind one of the other depots. So what's like the best cross street, do you think? Clinton and Bailey.
Clinton and
Okay.
Bailey.
Okay, Julie, get in. Julie's flashing us again. She's got her second cup shirt on. Crystal, Melly, come on in here. Come on and have a seat, Mel.
I'm not fitting in the middle.
Why? Come
can
on
sit,
in. Be in the hot seat.
Let's wrap it up with all this. John, are we running out of time here?
We've got about a minute here. Okay,
Okay.
what's your favorite part about second cup?
You guys.
Melly.
We didn't even pay her to say that.
How about you, Crystal?
You guys.
Aw.
And the fact that you guys come in if there's a snow day and you guys are snowed in, you guys still come on to update us on everything.
Aw.
That's what I like every morning.
We appreciate you.
Aw,
Julie, anything you want to add about how great we are?
I do. I sincerely love you dearly. before it was called Second Cup, and I would drive my son to work, then be downtown, and I would go on and talk to you guys.
Oh, we appreciate you.
Love it.
And what's so cool about Second Cup is that we truly have a community here, and it's so thanks to you, all thanks to you, and you guys in particular, that we were able to have this kind of camaraderie and community.
Look what Nita says. Oh, wow. Our cuppies.
I know. I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's been great being here and checking this place out and being able to get a little Christmas shopping done.
Melly
It
says
is.
it's beautiful here.
It really is. I mean, you would never like know how much has gone into all of the what these old buildings. They just have a new life now. It's
a
wonderful.
repurpose.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us for Second Cup. We appreciate you each morning. Do you want to give like a cuppy cheer? 1, 2, 3 cuppies. How's
Yeah.
that? Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3 cuppies.
Bye, guys.